episode of the Gym Rescue Podcast. And today I got my guy, Mike, on. Today we're going to talk about how to be a sales pro as a coach.
Running a gym isn't that convincing. It's a science from the entrance of the gym lobby area to overall customer interaction and experience. No other woman knows more about gym science other than Marciea Allen. Over the last decade, Marciea has helped coaches worldwide using her years of experience and no-nonsense approach. Marciea will turn their gym pits into moneymakers. Welcome to the Gym Rescue Podcast.
Hello.
What's going on, Mike? How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good. Yeah, good to see you too. So we were introduced by a mutual friend, my business partner / life partner, Brittany Welk. You guys had cross paths this past summer at GSD-Con.
That's right.
And she spoke really highly of you. And I did some research on my own, found out a little bit about you, and found out this guy's pretty legit. Reached out to you, and I've been working with you now for about a month now, right? 3 months or 3 weeks, 3 to 4 weeks.
Yeah.
And man, you've been just building value with me since day one. So I had to get you on the show today, and I know that you are the master in sales.
Hey.
I just want you to be able to share with my audience some good tactics as to, giving my business model in the group fitness industry. I think that you understand that being a sales rep not only applies to the front desk staff, but also the coaches.
Right.
So before we talk about that, I just want you to I introduce you, but I want you to kind of talk about yourself. Let them know a little bit more about Mike.
Yeah, 100%. Okay. Everybody watching, welcome. Marciea, thank you for the opportunity. So let me go back real quick. So I'm walking out of high school, 18 years old, 19 years old, and really wasn't, college and all that stuff wasn't really talked about in my household. Didn't know what the heck I was going to do. I landed a good job at a bank, so I got my own place. And I ended up starting a business at 18 years old. I bought a pit bull. Year and a half later, I'm on a ranch with like 18 pit bulls.
Oh, that's crazy.
And I have like the #1 website on Google. I'm making money and had some success. For whatever reason, I got out of that about 3 years later. And I went into the corporate world and had a little bit of success there. But throughout my time in corporate, I always knew I had to go back into entrepreneurship. I felt like I was like a little like contained, like I had to like turn it down a little bit being in corporate. So I always wanted to go back into marketing because of my background with the business and having the #1 website. So I did about 6 years ago, I'm 35 now, about 6 years ago, I started my agency, and I help trainers and gym owners, as you know. I help generate leads. I teach them how to sell. We've helped thousands of people all across the globe, and we do a pretty good job. And that's pretty much my background. I help personal trainers, gym owners, fit pros with lead generation and sales. I'm out of San Diego. You always see me wearing the San Diego hat. We have a small, intimate crew. There's 8 of us. And last year we did over $1 million in sales, and, we help a lot of people. So
that's awesome. So what's the name of your business? So for those that know.
Yeah. Limelight Media. I'm a real guy. Go check me out on IG. The Mike Barron 1. I'm kind of funny. Okay. So go check out my jokes. Yeah. Go check me out. Limelight Media, Mike Barron.
And how long have you been in business for now?
Yeah. So I left my corporate job 5 years ago. Actually, this year will be 6, coming up on 6. Right before I transitioned out of my corporate job, I was doing a lot of personal development. I still do a lot of personal development. And I was listening to like guys like Grant, Tony Robbins. I ended up working at Grant's. So I left my corporate job. I went to Miami to go work at Grant Cardone's place. I was there for only 3 months. I'm like, okay, I have what I need. Like, let me take this sales information.
For sure.
And let me put this into my company. And that's when I first made 6 figures as a entrepreneur.
That's awesome. Not everybody can say that they had the opportunity to work with somebody like that. So it's really cool.
Yeah. Right. Definitely.
That's awesome. That's cool. So given your background and working with both PT and coaches, I think I want to kind of segue the conversation to something else. And I took some notes here, my handy dandy notebook, make sure I don't forget anything, is that I'm sure you see a commonality amongst people in the fitness industry. What if the coach is the sales rep and the coach, if they're playing both roles? How do you maximize that?
Okay, so I believe that everybody's in sales. That's what I believe. That's my own personal thing. I believe the front desk person is a salesperson. I believe that the janitor is the salesperson. And the reason why I say that the janitor or whoever is because they want to represent that company.
Sure.
And they want to represent that company in a good light. You know, you're out in the driveway. Someone's like, hey, do you work here? Yeah, I do. You know, what do you do there? Oh, I help with the maintenance. It's a great place. You should go check it out, though. Marciea will take care of you. I think that everybody's a salesperson. So,
that's awesome.
Like your question was.
Yeah, because some people, for instance, if you're working with PTs, they're playing multiple roles, right?
Right.
And they're the coach, they're the sales rep, and it's like, how do you just maximize, you know, playing all roles, playing all hats within a company?
Yeah. Okay. So I'm doing something a little bit different right now. I'm putting people like in specialized roles as we're like growing and scaling. I used to have like one person do a million things. I would do a million things. But you know, like, so a lot of people, they're like, I'm not in sales. But if there's no sales, then there is no coaching.
Exactly.
And if there's no coaching, then there's no retention. And ain't nobody making money. Ain't nobody winning.
Right.
You know, so I mean, you need to be good in all those areas.
I agree. There's a lot of times you hear coaches say that, or even salespeople like, well, I'm not comfortable with it. It's like, get comfortable, you know, get uncomfortable, being comfortable.
When you like, they're not comfortable with sales, you're saying?
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Okay. So I have a comment about that.
Okay.
You know, a lot of people, I don't like sales. Do I have to sell anything?
Right.
So anybody that's going to watch this, okay, anyone that's on the line right now or that's going to watch this in the future, if you're a trainer, if you're a coach, if you're a studio owner, okay, if you're the front desk, the number one thing you have to do, number one, is like, do you have a good product? Do you care about people? Okay. Do you actually get results? Okay. Are you like compassionate about health and fitness? Okay. Like, do you actually give a, you know what?
Right.
Number one. Okay.
Right.
So if you actually care about people and the intention is good and you actually like get results, you should have no problem selling somebody.
Sure.
Okay. Because you do a good job. It's not this like weird, awkward thing. Okay. So let me like give you a little illustration on that. So imagine it's you and I.
Yep.
We're cruising through like the desert. Let's say like the Mojave Desert. We're on a helicopter.
All right.
Okay? We're on a helicopter and, you know, we're going over like the sand dunes. We roll over a sand dune. It's you and I in the back chilling, and the pilot's going through the sand dunes, and all of a sudden, there's like a little snail trail. Okay, we're like, what the hell is that, Marcia? Look, what the hell is that? Right.
Right.
So we keep going, and eventually we see like a body. Okay, we're like, oh shit, like what the hell is that? Okay.
Yeah.
We tell the pilot, go down. Like, let's go help this person. Okay. You and I get out. We book. You're a little bit faster than me, so you get to that person first. Okay. Marcia is a professional fighter, by the way. And you get there first, and you roll the guy over or the woman over, right? And you're like, hey, are you okay? The person rolls over and spitting out sand. I'm fine. Okay, I'm coming behind you with jugs of water. Okay, Mike, cool this guy off. Give him some water. You follow me so far?
I'm following you.
Okay, imagine this guy saying, I don't want the water. You would say, sir, ma'am, take the water. You would say, take the water, and this person's still resisting you, okay? Eventually, you're going to say, in the first minute or two, hey, listen, you're taking the water. You have no choice. I'm going to pin you down. This dude's going to pour it down your throat. Do you want to take it, or, like, do you want us to freaking make you take it?
Right.
And the whole point is, you would not let somebody die in your clock. You would have this person take the water. Why would you have them take the water? Because it's good for them. It's essentially you're like saving this person's life. You're willing to insist and get uncomfortable because you're not going to let that person die. Okay. So this is where I'm going with this. So if you know there's a person that needs health and fitness in their life, and everyone needs health and fitness, or a person perhaps that lacks some confidence because they don't, you know, their body or their shape is not what it is. I'm not saying tie people down, lock them down. But what I am saying is, just like the analogy with the water, you should insist. Why? Because you're changing lives. You're helping them. So the person that doesn't like sales, do you do a good job? Do you care? Do you get results? If you could check, take the water. Okay.
Wow, that's deep. I like that. That's a good analogy. It really resonated. That's something that I won't forget now.
Yeah, it's true, right?
It is. It's definitely true. That's so cool. That's awesome. So leading on to my next question that I got for you, Mike, is why do you feel it's important the coach should be a part of the sales process? So,
Marciea, one more time. It cut out.
Yeah.
Can you repeat that?
Yep. No, not a problem. I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I'm going to kind of feed off of the analogy that you had.
Sure.
You found somebody that's in dire need of getting
Sure.
help within their fitness and wellness journey.
Yeah.
At this point, they're not necessarily resisting. They're coming in to the gym, studio, whatnot.
Yep.
Sales rep, first impression is everything. You greet
Of course.
them by first name.
Yep.
They're there. Now you again, we're handing that baton off to the coach.
That's right.
Why do you feel it's important the coach should be a part of that sales process?
So what we really want to do, okay, is we need to get all the arrows pointing in the right direction, from the executive to, the front desk to, like, everyone needs to be on the same page. Okay. So the coach definitely needs to be involved with the sales process. Okay. So, like, let's say you have, with a big box, there's like your consultants or your sales rep. Studios have, maybe like 1 or 2 sales reps. But the person that's selling should walk around and say, hey, this is Marciea. Hey, this is John. This is who you're going to be meeting with. John should be high on the tone and should embrace that new person and the sales rep. Hey, how you doing? Welcome. Yeah, you're really good at. She's the best. No, you're the best. Because you guys got to be on the same page, and the messaging be the same. It's critical for the coach to be on the sales process. Why? Mm-hmm. Because, like, if that's what you're selling, okay, as the business owner, you have to believe that the coach is going to do a good job, and then you have to believe that they're going to deliver, and the coach has to actually do those things to get referrals, retention, to keep people on for lifelong, to get them on new products. But the coach needs to be on the sales process. It's critical, 100%. For sure. And you, like when you start going to studios and people say, that's not my job, like that's the front desk's job, or that's their job in sales, I'm just a coach here. Like, you need to kill that. Like, that needs to stop. That we shouldn't talk like that. Everyone's involved in sales, especially the coach. 100%.
Sure. I agree.
Does that answer the question?
Oh, for sure. Most definitely. To tie into that, because if some people lack the sales experience and want to try to gain more knowledge on how to become a better sales rep, what would you recommend? I know you have something that you offer with your clients. Is there something that you would recommend for them to get better at sales? Yeah.
Okay. So before I answer that, I want to tell you that my opinion that sales is everything as an entrepreneur, especially as a studio owner or fit pro. It's everything. It sucks because I know people that are like ridiculous as a fitness professional. I know IFBB pros that train and they're struggling. Mm. And what I'm saying is, like, you can be this ridiculous trainer.
Right.
If you don't know how to get people in and get them signed up, you're not helping anybody. You're not making any money. You're not changing life. You have to know sales, like, period. Okay. So this is what I did when it came to sales. I found like one guy. I found 2 guys. I would recommend going deep before you go wide. Mm. Okay. So go find like your guru. Okay. Mm-hmm. Go find who that person is. And the reason why I say go deep is because you don't want to get conflicting data from this guru and this guy and then this guy. Find 1 or 2. Really find one. Go deep on them. And then once you go deep on them, commit. Okay. So I'm 35. At 25 years old, when I found personal development, okay, I replaced like my Jay-Z, my Eminem in my car, and I'm literally like listening to sales material.
Sure. Yeah. Material. So you made your car out of a university, essentially.
That's it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
For sure.
Heck of the mark.
I'm the same way. Yeah.
I'm talking about, I'm going to sleep on like sales material. Okay. And then, I'm taught like the stuff I'm learning on these podcasts and videos. I'm taking the new data and then I'm practicing it. Not only am I practicing it, I'm giving it to my juniors. Mm-hmm. So you just have to commit. You should be reading books. You should be listening to podcasts like this. Go look me up. Go look up people that like Grant Cardone. And you just have to commit. It's not like it's not something you do once. You just have to commit to the craft. It's that simple.
Sure. Do you have any recommendations on one book that maybe you've read that you would recommend to the audience that's tuning in? If it's a podcast, your favorite podcast or episode, or who may that be, or the author or whomever, who would that be for you?
Yeah. So for me, the biggest influence on me in sales is Grant Cardone.
For sure.
I seen him. He was in San Diego 2 days ago. He was in San Diego on Sunday.
Nice.
he's the guy for me, so I would recommend him. I have a lot of stuff on sales. Brittany,
Yeah,
is really good at sales.
for sure.
Okay.
Yes.
So she's really good at sales. Go check me out. Go check out GC. And then also too, what I want to tell people is this is what I do. When I find content, I'll find a 30-minute YouTube video. I'll play that damn thing. I'll play that fucking thing for 3-4 hours in a row. Okay. This past Saturday, I was working from my house. I was working at the crib, and I was going over a YouTube video, and my wife left in the morning to go shopping. She came back at like 1 o'clock. She left at 9 and came back at 1. She's like, "You're still listening to that damn thing?" I'm like, "Girl, you know me." I was like, "You know?"
For
and
sure.
I go deep. I just play it over and over and over.
Repetition.
There's videos. Yeah, exactly. There's videos I've seen 100 times, started watching them 2 years ago. Then I'll still get like one little bar today. Like, damn, never seen it like that.
Right. Different tidbits that you pick up on. Yeah. It's always like you never stop learning. You're always growing, which is really cool. Yeah, for sure. And that's what we tell our staff as well, is that, we like to have our staff train in sales 30 minutes every single day, every day.
That's right.
It's mandatory. It's a procedure. It's a policy. It's a system that we provide, we require. It's mandatory, no ifs, ands, or buts. And that's why they kill it. They just kill it. And it's amazing. And everybody should be applying that tactic. Doesn't matter who you are, what business or industry you're in. I mean, it's all, like you said, it's all about repetition.
Right. They should also, people should be consuming content and data. Okay. They should be drilling. That's another thing. Are your people drilling?
Well, what do you mean by drilling?
Role playing.
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
They all the time, Brittany, role playing.
Yeah.
It's literally, we have a table at our lobby area. Brittany's the actual customer. I mean, we dive deep. I like that you said that. I appreciate that you mentioned that. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So everyone that hasn't done role playing before, what you guys should do is literally you mirror a phone call. Okay. And you give objections, and you give, I need to think about it. Or if you're setting appointments, I need to go talk to my spouse. I'm not sure. You should be drilling. And you want to drill like in the morning. And then after that, you want to go practice it. Like, go make some phone calls and go set some appointments for sure.
That's awesome. I'm glad you said that. So it looks like that's all I really had for you, man. Like, I wanted to keep this short and simple. I think that just based on what you've shared with the audience today, I'm sure they could pick up some tidbits from this and be able to apply it and execute it into their own business. Is there anything else, however, before we do cut this short, that you'd like to share with the audience? Yeah.
So I'll give you guys some gems. Okay. So if you're doing sales, okay, before you do any of that, you want to put out your intentions. Okay. What are my intentions for the day? What are my intentions for the week? What are my intentions for the month? What are my intentions for the year? What are we doing? Well, we're making phone calls. What else? Well, we're setting appointments. Okay. What else? Well, there's a show rate. What else? Well, there's like your consultation. Okay. What else? There's your close. So what you want to do is you want to break down your ideal numbers. Okay. How many
KPIs? Yeah.
You want to break all that down.
Yeah.
Okay. And you want to have benchmarks. My salespeople, everyone doesn't leave until they make 100 phone calls. Okay.
Wow,
we have people.
That's awesome.
There's people at grants that do 400 calls in a day. So like, it's crazy as hell. I'll go in and say, hey guys, we're gonna do something different today. Okay. We're gonna do 200 phone calls today. I'm buying lunch on everybody once we hit this, but we're going to double the benchmark. And what happens? Everyone makes 200 phone calls.
Wow.
So just because there's an intention now,
for sure.
You want to lock down your benchmarks. You're not never just like, yeah, we're going to go hard. What the hell does that mean?
Yeah.
We're going to go ham today. I don't know what that means. No, we're making 100 phone calls. We're setting 3 appointments apiece. We're going to do it 4 demos or 4 consultations, and we're going to sign up 3 people. So they should have their intentions there. When you're taking an action in sales or anything, you should have your intention. Like, what is the most ideal outcome? I'm going to call someone who's qualified, who has a good personality, who is a good culture fit. I'm going to make an impact, and they're going to show up. That's like, for me, I put intentions out on everything. Mm-hmm. I'm going to the grocery store. Guess what? I'm like driving to get front row. Someone's coming to the studio. My intention is to meet someone that I can help, and then sign them up and then transform their life. So
That's awesome.
You want to have goals, because if you don't have those goals and like those KPIs, you're just walking in the dark. It's not going to happen.
Yeah.
So do that. Another thing I would say is every business has to grow. Like once you start saying you're like, I don't know if I could take on more people, add another trainer if you need to.
Mm-hmm.
Why the hell is Amazon still growing?
Right.
Why is like Coca-Cola still advertising on the Super Bowl?
Right.
It's because they have to grow. So what you want to do is, this is what I learned from Arnold. He has that encyclopedia came out with.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Silver book.
Yep.
And when I first started working out, he would say, in his book, he said, in his prime, he would look to outproduce himself every exercise and every rep.
Mm.
So he would do, let's say on the press, chest press, bench press, 225 for 10. When he's doing chest in 4 days, he's doing 225 for 12.
That's crazy.
Okay. When he's doing chest 4 days later, he's doing 235.
Wow.
So more reps or more weight or more intensity. And that's what you should put in entrepreneurship. Like for me, that's what I did. And my first 18 months, I broke records a year and a half straight. And I'm so committed to outproducing myself that like, I'm not taking a call, or I'm not from like my buddy that wants to talk about what, not my production. And
yeah,
so that I mean, there's a lot, there's a lot of stuff you got to do. First thing is just commit and go get the game and apply it and practice it.
That's awesome. I like how you mentioned setting that intention. That's crucial. For those that don't know what KPIs, you mentioned, getting X amount of phone calls. And in other words, I kind of want to elaborate a little bit more, meaning like you need to figure out how many people you're booking and how many people you have showing and how many you're closing. Really get specific with those intentions and those KPIs. Yep. And make sure that you're in communication with your team. You're all under the same understanding of what goal you're trying to reach and or project, which I think is crucial to your success.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Awesome. Good deal. Anything else, man? I appreciate this. You're just dropping some bombs today.
No, I'll get me back on and we'll do a follow-up to this.
Okay, that sounds good. I really appreciate it. So with that being said, guys, thank you so much for tuning in today on another episode of the Gym Rescue Podcast. And with that being said, we'll see you later. Take care.
Thanks for joining today. If you like this episode, subscribe to our YouTube channel or find our podcast on iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, Spotify, or whatever your favorite place is to listen to podcasts. And if you really like this episode, please leave a review and sign up for our free Gym Rescue Toolkit by visiting www.gymrescue.info/toolkit. Thanks, and we'll see you next time.